the next 1 minute. Thank you so much. Yes, there comes Mr. Mugisha. Jackie, do you help me give rights for microphone for the participants that are already in, because we are starting with a table discussion, then continue. Are you able to give them rights?
Yes, let me make all of them panelists.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. It is 7, and it's our discipline that we do not disadvantage the persons on call, waiting for the ones that will come later. One of the disciplines I've learned is to manage ourselves over time. This is the Financial Literacy Trainers Roundtable. In a little while, I'll be explaining to you what it is, why we are doing this, how we shall be doing this. But I'm excited. My name is Mboa Apollo. I work with the NSSF. I'm a financial literacy trainer. I am a master trainer with the Bank of Uganda TOT. I do quite a lot of financial literacy related work in this industry. One of the things that that brought about this roundtable, it's an initiative by UFLA, and it's a directive from the chairperson that for us to have value amongst each other and know what each other is doing, we need to have a place where we converge and skill each other. So we'll be hosting this quite every last Friday of the month, and we shall be having one of us speak their heart, speak their philosophy, just share with us what they are doing in this space, and we see how we loop in, how we support, how we hate on them, how we love on them. So thank you for joining this. Daniel will be also officially joining in to just give context to this. But before we start, allow me, if it is possible, to just go around. I see Olivia, Irene, Muhwezi, Namuyanja, Otuke, and Owori. I'm asking if we could just briefly, under 1 minute, just introduce ourselves, because one of the things is we actually trying to get to understand and know each other on this particular under this particular initiative. So if Jackie, you are kind enough
Apollo.
and give, yes, please.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to make them panelists. I'm not sure why, but
Can
I'm
you
unable
make
to
them,
make them.
can you unmute them?
No, I don't have those rights right now. I don't know why. So I think they can
But
just,
those
even the
rights are not
chat
also.
is not able to work. I was able to make David a panelist. I don't know why the rest. Yeah. I know. It's because I've made David a panelist, a host. So he's the one who has rights right now.
So David, kindly start by enabling our chat, and then go ahead and make these good persons. You could also give co-host rights to Jackie so that we can we can have.
I've opened the chat.
You have opened the chat.
Also
Yes.
make
Okay, thank
everyone
you.
a panelist, please. Everyone.
Everyone, eh?
Yes.
Make the ones
Make
that are
everyone to
in.
panelist.
Yes. Okay. While that happens, can I have a word of prayer? David, can you make me host also?
I'm working on it.
Okay. The chats are open. You could kindly type in something, just an introduction of yourself so that we do not. I don't think you've opened the chats, David. Don't think you've opened them.
No, he has made you host. Let me manage this for now.
Okay, okay. Let me
So
see what I can do.
I'm
I
going
am
to
not the
reclaim
best
the
with the
hosts from
technology,
you.
but okay. So
Then I'll make you co-hosts.
okay, Natkunda, I am making just. So if we can go, I think these 5-10 people who on the chat allow us, let's give it 5 minutes for just introductions, just to understand ourselves. Yeah, the ones that come after this will not have the chance to. Kindly, let me call upon Irene. Irene, start with praying for us, then we can officially start.
Okay, just a minute. My background's a bit loud. Let me just excuse myself a bit, being a Friday. Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Irene
evening,
Natkonda. I'm from Centenary Bank. Let's start with a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father, Lord, we give you glory and thanks for the opportunity you have availed to us. We thank you for this new platform. We thank you that it's an avenue for us to grow and learn. We thank you for the initiators of the program, and we pray, Lord, that whatever reason they have set it up, it will yield results and to always grow. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, Irene, please. Who you are,
Yes, my name.
what you are in the financial literacy world, and where you work.
Okay, my name is Irene Natkunda. I work with Centenary Bank as a corporate analyst credit. Yeah, and I hope to learn a lot from this platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Caroline?
Thank you so much, Mr. Headmaster. I'm Caroline Mary Amasa, Team Lead, P-Moneywiser Operations. In the financial world, I'm a certified master trainer by BOU. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. The videos won't do us wrong. So guys, if you can, Joseph, go. A brief video. Joseph Athere.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joseph Athere. I'm a student of banking and development finance at Mountain of the Moon University, and at the same time, a financial literacy trainer. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome, Joseph. Namuyunja, Rachel. Rachel. As we get there, Newbold.
Good evening, everybody. I'm called Olivia Newbold. Work with NSSF Uganda, and I am a BOU financial literacy trainer. Thank you, Apollo.
Okay.
Over.
Mr. Muhwezi. Welcome, Olivia. Mr. Muhwezi.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Very well.
Yes, good evening once again. My name is Vincent, and I'm a student doing a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance at Mountains of the Moon University, and in the financial literacy, I'm a certified financial literacy trainer by Bank of Uganda. I'm glad to be part of this team, and I wish to hear a lot from you guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Rachel, you can go ahead and type in the chat and let us know who you are. Mr. Otuke, and then followed by Patrick. Then we can start our session. Mr. Otuke?
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kolo Otuke Derek, and I'm Executive Assistant at UFLA. Very happy to have the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Patrick, finally? Okay. And we shall close it at that. Thank you so much. My name is Mboa, and I am the Vice Chairperson of the Uganda Financial Literacy Association. I come in to support the initiative, which was decided by the executive that as financial literacy practitioners, we should have that place where we just converge and sharpen each other. But also it's a place where we can converge and understand what's going on in each other's world so that we do not have, we can support each other. As you can note today, just today alone from about 10 up to right now, there are quite a number of financial literacy initiatives. NSSF had something at 10. There is something that happened, there was happening at 7. There is something that is happening with the financial diet at between 6 and 7. There's another thing happening between 5:30 and 6:30. And then this is happening. So there's quite a lot that is going on, but uncoordinated, we may tend to lose the public, or we may tend to lose the audience that we are going on. So we hope that starting this will help us try to start to refine, understand, introduce ourselves, give each other our intentions, and build each other so that we can truly focus on why we are doing this as the Financial Literacy Association and financial literacy practitioners. So it is the place we are opening up. Feel free. It's going to be addressed by trainers ourselves. Today we are privileged to have one of us, Majo. I call her Majo. She's one of those planned children with a small car. I will introduce her later on. But she's also doing quite a lot, and you may not even know her. So we're going to be doing this. Mr. Mugisha, who's going to be coordinating this, has already come up with a list. When I sent this yesterday, about 25 people expressed interest in sharing with us what they are doing, how they are doing it, what they would want to share their experiences and do this. So we might even have to find a way of either doing 2 people, 3 people per session, so that we can exhaust each and every one of us. We are also about 2,500 certified trainers. So it's a huge number, and each of us has a story to tell. So we hope we can use this platform to exactly do that as I have said. But without delaying you and taking you through the stories, I hope I've given a good context. We are going to open up for questions and answers. Today we are going to understand the financial literacy mind of Marjorie Nantambi. Marjorie Nantambi, I will introduce her the way I know her. I know her as Coach Majo. I know her as a resilient young woman. I call her resilient because occupying the position I occupy, sometimes it's a position of privilege, and sometimes people don't want to, not that they don't want or they fail to access you, but this resilient lady looked for me, hunted me down, and made me glad that she had found me. So Sometimes we're even protecting ourselves from the people we actually need. And from the time we met, I have been following her work. I've been supporting. I'm one of those silent fans in the background, just waving up and saying, yeah, go. She has done quite a number of things. She's behind the Sheroes. She's behind Unravel. She's behind Majo anti-team building. She's behind one of those notebooks, those financial literacy notebooks. And next week, I am privileged to be sharing a stage. I've shared a stage with her in quite a number of assignments, but next week I'm privileged that she has accepted our invitation as NSSF to facilitate the Career Expo. And she's going to be moving around to about 7 universities across the country. And above all, she's a mother and a wife. For me, those are quite unique things. Majo, please greet these guys, greet them, and
wow,
if I have left out anything. This is me.
Oh wow, Headmaster, what an introduction.
I'm introducing you in my village standard.
No, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm really honored and humbled to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share. And thank you for calling me out, the opportunity to join you in the different spaces. Really humbling. Thank you.
Yay. So I have not erred in any way. So much, I think that
not at all. Maybe the only error, the only error was the planned child. At least everything else apart from that one. The rest I accept.
And as I tell my classes that it's never your problem not to be a planned child, but it's entirely your problem if planned children don't come from you. So I hope you will have planned children coming from you. So Majo, one of the things we are doing about these spaces is understanding trainers. You are a trainer practitioner in the financial literacy journey, and would want to understand how you fit into this space, what you do in that space. Is it working? Is it something that we need to keep in there, or we need to some of us should just give up? Is it working for you? Is there a future? Is there impact? What inspires you? I don't know if those are so many questions. I'm really never a moderator, but I hope you can answer, you can respond to those.
All right. Thank you so much once again for the opportunity. Is this a place that I would encourage people to stay? Definitely, yes. Is there a future for us as financial literacy trainers? Definitely, yes, because this space is we're actually just getting started. One thing that keeps me going is one of the things that we are giving to the world, financial literacy, opening people's mindsets. These are things that are not actually taught in school. That even when someone goes for an MBA or their master's, they're not really taught how to handle finances or handle their money. So that means all the people that are coming out, maybe from universities or even the adults or people that are out there in communities, they all need us. You know what they always say, that if God is to save his people, he sends a person. So everyone on this call, just look at yourself as the person God has actually sent out there to save his people. Because for all the things that we want to achieve, and I know even countries have these goals of getting their people to the next level when it comes to finances, we are the people that are supposed to support that mandate by teaching, sharing our own experiences. So my experience has been quite interesting. I have gotten a lot of satisfaction, or what I would call, when someone reaches out after they've done a session with you, and then they're reaching out with, oh my God, from the session we did, I've been able to achieve that. Now, for me, those are the things that keep me going. And I usually tell the trainers, it's not about saving the entire country at once, because we have 40 plus million Ugandans, for example. And even as you do this content, do not just look at Uganda alone. We are starting in Uganda, but we are not stopping here. Recently, I was recognized. If anyone can check my Instagram, it's Marjorie Nantambi. The post is pinned there. I was recognized as one of the top finance trainers in the world on Instagram. I was on the list with people from the US, people on the Wall Street, people having financial literacy or financial content on Netflix and things like that. I'm like, what? So the world is watching. So I usually encourage people that whatever it is that you're doing, You may be discouraged at first. You're like, oh, people are not recognizing me. People are not doing this. People are not doing the other. But start. I've seen the benefits. And let me tell you, we are just getting started. The world needs us. The people need us. Uganda needs us. From all the sessions I've had, you'll find that even the people that know about financial literacy, or when you do a session with them, they're like, oh, okay, I didn't know we could do it differently. We could do it like this. And that's why I usually encourage trainers, do not be too hard on yourself. You know, sometimes as a trainer, you want to come with this very strong language, but no, please be as simple as you can be. Because for people to relate with you, you need to speak a language they understand. When you come with these huge money terms, the financial jargons, then they'll not get it. But keep it simple and go out as much as possible. The future is bright.
Okay, Majo, I just need to understand, because there is the first things first. Majo is on Instagram. Majo is being recognized. She's in different spaces. Does this space actually put some money on the table? Like, do you actually, or you are just there doing public service, like
giving back to community? Definitely. I made up my mind to get into this space, I think around 2020 to 2021 during the lockdown. That is when I officially started on my journey as a coach. And I usually tell people that when you are starting out on this journey, start from your experiences, because people relate with that, but do not stop there. Go ahead and do the required qualifications. Before I did the Bank of Uganda, I did another certification to be a finance coach. It's called the National Financial Educators Council. It's in the US, and then I did BOU here. So am I making money? Yes, a lot of money is out there for you, but you may not start with making the money. Start with giving the value. And that is where we usually get it wrong. We start with the money aspect, forget the value, and then the money will not come. One of the stories I've been sharing with a friend I met just today. One time someone invited me to do a session like this on finances. Somewhere it was an event for people. And she told me, oh, how much do you usually charge? I told her, then she said, oh, for us, usually we have maybe transport something for the speakers. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'll be there. So she asked me for the pictures. I sent her, she posted, and I got people from my pages also signing up for the event. So the night before the event, she calls me and says, hey, Majo, I'll totally get it if you don't show up. I'm like, okay, what's going on? She told me, I've even failed to raise your transport, the money I was supposed to give you from the event. So I told her, no, I'm a person of my word. If I told you I'll be there, I will be there. And you know, as speakers, when you show up, especially financial literacy trainers, please show up looking the part. You're not going to come tell us about money, saving what, and you're looking a certain way that you need more money than we do. So look, you don't have to be expensive. Just look good on your budget. Yeah. So I told her, you know what? I already told you I'll be there. I will be there. So the event was at Serena. I showed up. Definitely, you must always, like I said, look the part, look good. Because every speaker, every time you have an opportunity to speak, that's an opportunity to inspire. That's an opportunity to encourage someone out there, because people buy you. And if you have a notebook, just write this down for me. People buy you before they buy whatever it is that you're going to talk about. So you may stand, yes, you have very powerful information about financial literacy, but we look at you and they're like, so the first minutes when you're up, people are judging in their heads, should I listen to this person or should I not? So that means every time you have an opportunity to share, make sure that you are looking the part. And like I said, on a budget, remember we are financial literacy trainers, right? So I got into that event. I gave the session. It was about financial literacy, getting the women started, the basics about finances, get the money, guard the money, grow the money, and things like that. And from that session, I think a day or two later, she calls me and says, oh, Marjorie, someone is looking for you. I'm like, okay, give them my number. So this lady calls me, oh my God, Marjorie, I've looked for you on social media here. I'm like, I'm here. What is going on? She says, the session you gave us was so powerful. Are you able to come and give the same at our workplace? She said, our workplace is having this team building retreat, and we want to add that aspect of finances and things like that. You're like, oh, You have a team building retreat? I actually do team building as well. She was like, oh, you do team building? Can you do both? Can you give that talk? I'm like, yes, we can. They were having that retreat in Kalangala. So we went, did that session for them. It was a 3-day retreat. We did the team building, we did the financial literacy session. And guess what? From that event, that was just going to give me maybe a transport refund, I got almost times 10 the money they would give me for transport. So I tell people, do not go out with a mindset of money and block the opportunity. Go give the value money. You guys have no idea. The money will come. The money will, there is that meme going around of the minister saying, colleagues, the money will come. And I'm telling you, dear facilitators, the money is surely available for us. But how will the people then trust you to give you the money? They need to first see you giving value. And how do you get platforms to give value? Most of the people are seeing me and like, oh my God, Coach Majo, inspire me. I want to be like you. They have no idea. I did not start here. People just started knowing about me maybe last year, 2023 and maybe 2024. But I started 2020. During lockdown, I was doing webinars. When no one knew about me. So whatever you're doing now, you are sowing a seed. Do not get discouraged. I did so many free sessions at the start, but now it gets to a point where I can't go anywhere for free. Why? I've built the value, I've built the brand, and people are willing to pay for it even before I ask for the money. So for you as a trainer to make money from this, be willing, first of all, to give value. Please give value. And also, no audience is too small. Some people say, they called me to talk to some teachers in the village. They're just 5, and then you just go and do whatever. No. Whatever audience you have, whether it's a church, whether it's a school, wherever, give value. You have no idea who is in that audience that can take you to the next level, which is a more paid platform. So is the money there? Yes. Am I making the money? Yes, I am. So there are different platforms, there are different things that you can do to make money here. Some of the things I do, I organize financial literacy events. So usually we have what we call the Money Talk event, where ladies come. It's maybe a full day masterclass about finances. I also do masterminds. People sign up for a personal finance mastermind. It can be an 8 weeks program or 4 weeks program. People sign up for that. So at Unravel, the company I lead is Unravel Coaching and Consultancy. So we have all these different packages or masterminds that we do. Okay, so you'll forgive that background. Headmaster mentioned I'm a mother of 2 and I'm home. They're here, but if you hear any noises coming through, they are the ones. But is the money there? Yes. Am I making it? Definitely. But do you start with making the money? No. You start by giving the value, people getting to know about you, and the money will come. I hope that helps, Headmaster.
Thank you. You are finishing my questions before I ask them, and I don't even have that many.
My apologies.
But let's unpack this a little. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understand the spirit in why we are doing this. For us, it is iron sharpening iron, and it is not bragging. But even if you feel that Majo is bragging, she's just telling you how experienced. So if you feel it's bragging, just get motivated to be the next person. So let's unpack this a little. Majo, let's first drop some assignments and brands that you have worked with. You may not just give ranges and say, okay, let's start first. Let's drop some brands here and assignments you've worked on. Then I will pause the next one.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sharing. Yes.
One thing, definitely, I am, because this is a group of trainers. And like you said, it's not even about bragging. I tell people, be close to people that are doing things you want to achieve, because when you hear it from someone, you're encouraged that, oh, if someone can do it, I can do it as well. Like I said, this is a space that is still open, virgin land for us to get in and impact lives while we are making the money. So the brands I've worked with, maybe for people to be sure that it's true, first of all, just go check on all my social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn. You'll see I usually post all the companies that we work with. But we've worked with some of the big banks in the country. And I was shocked because usually we think, oh, people in the banks or people in the financial institutions actually know about finances. We assume they do because they handle money. But I was shocked, and they are my biggest clients. So banks usually call me a lot to speak to staff about financial literacy. We do a lot of work with Centenary Bank. I know my friend is on the call here, one of the staff of Centenary. We do that. We do a lot of, today we had a session at Britam, still talking about career and personal brands, but also financial literacy. So all the brands are up there. We've done so many companies, so many, but they're all on our social media platforms. So please go check them out and follow. Follow everywhere. YouTube, we share tips on finances. TikTok, I'm there. Marjorie Natambi. On X, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. LinkedIn, Marjorie Natambi. You'll see all these companies. Yeah.
So Natambi, a quick one here, and I'm getting just what does this mean to you as you're doing this? I can tell you, as you're doing this, is it just about the money? What does it mean to you? How do you relate? I can tell you, let me just give you a little bit of myself here. Every time I get up to speak at one audience, 90% of the things I'm talking to the audience about, I'm really telling myself. Like, it's, for me, financial literacy has given me that platform to remind myself, Mbowa, save, Mbowa, you are in debt, Mbowa, wait deco. While I'm telling the audience, I am actually telling myself. So for me, it is that opportunity I get to tell myself to keep myself abreast, to keep myself above the water, or to keep myself aware that you are drowning, but you can get up. So what does this financial literacy field mean to you? Is it just the masape, the money, the brands, what does that, I want you to relate to as a person.
So I totally relate with you, because most of the times I do these sessions, because we do them, yes, in the corporate, but also people at the grassroots level, we do it in the markets, we meet border people, you have sessions with them. So usually when I do these sessions, I'm actually inspired that you meet a group of people, people that people think don't have the money. You can go to the market, you're having a conversation with these people, or you're meeting border people, and they're telling you, oh, madams, actually, navzimba yo buyumba bulia yo wabapangi sana, you know. And then when you're meeting the people that are in the corporate world, it's a different story. So whenever I'm having sessions with these people, I'm also inspired. I go back and tell myself, Majo, did you hear that story from this person? This person is doing this. What are you doing with your life? So it's also an opportunity for me to be inspired, to know that people are actually getting things done out there. And that's why it's very important that even as we teach these people, as a financial literacy trainer or a personal finance coach, you should always be teachable. Never get to a point where you're like, I am the expert. What are you telling me? No. Even if it's a one-to-one session with a client, have an open mind that yes, you have these tips, you know, maybe you can advise where to save and all these things, but ask yourself, are you doing the things you're telling these people? So like he said, it's also an opportunity for us to remind ourselves to get these things done and also be inspired. When you're sharing with someone, yes, you're the facilitator or you're the trainer, but you come up with something new, like you learn something from that person. So we should always remember to stay humble, to stay teachable, to have that learning spirit, because every time we are engaging an audience, or even if it's one person, that's an opportunity to learn from that person as well. It could be maybe their mistake they're doing from your session that they're going to get better, but you're also telling yourself, okay, this is a mistake I should not do. And also one of the things I've met on this journey, you get to coach people that have more money than you. Someone comes to you and says, okay, so I have this money, I have this mall here, I have another mall. Because from the sessions we do even in the companies, you find that now you have a session with maybe the CEO or someone at the C-suite, they're telling, and you're like, ha, Majo, people are getting things done, my sister. What are you doing with your life? So that's why I said, even as trainers, have that open mind. Make sure that even as you're sharing, you are learning, you're also getting inspired that people are doing things and also get them done. And also make sure that the things we are telling other people, we need to be living those things. Otherwise, that's why people usually say, the saga of motivational speakers, valimba. Why? Because someone will say something and then they do the opposite. Yeah. So as financial literacy trainers, we need to make sure we are living the things we are telling people. If you're telling people to save, Ask yourself, are you saving? Before you stand up to give that talk, ask yourself, are you saving? If you're telling people, open a unit trust, get bills, get bonds, ask yourself, where are you at that level of investment? If you're talking about loan management, like Headmaster said, ask yourself, when was the last time you paid off that debt? Or do you even know the debts that you have? Such that we are not labeled, I have a financial literacy trainer by the IMBA. Because you're speaking to someone, the people, and one of the people in the crowd maybe is one of the people you have to pay back. And they've been calling you and you're not picking. You see how you label our industry as liars or thieves or crooks or whatever it is. So we need to be mindful that God has helped us get on this journey for us to be better people. So whatever thing that you learn about finances, implement it and then teach other people. And one of the things that has also helped is these people are looking for solutions. And that thing keeps me going, that when you share, do not just share the theoretical part, because that anyone can find on the internet, on YouTube and all of that. But like he said, he shares his experience. That is what I do as well. Keep it simple. Use simple examples that are relatable. Why I made the financial journal, and this is what it looks like. Because, and people usually ask me, but Majo, why did you get into finance? I tell people, I got into finance because being a coach, you can do anything. You can be a life coach. But I zeroed to personal growth and finance, and especially finances, because I was struggling myself in finances. I used to have a full-time job, and to be honest, I would get my salary, and after a few days, I have no idea where my money went. So, and anytime people would say, oh, save money, invest, I'm like, where is the money? I don't have it, even when I had just gotten my salary. So I got to a point where I had to help myself, and that is when I started learning about finances to help myself. And those have been the same tips that I'm sharing. So share your experience because it's relatable, and also stay with an open mind to even learn from the people that you're teaching.
Majo, coach. Now I want to ask you this one. Guys, I want to open up. If you have a question for Majo, I'm going to open up for this time for, you can either put in the chat or just raise your hand and we have this. Now that boy, you, nafe mami mtu wemu. But anyway, my question here is, you seem perfect, flawless. Like things handled. You seem like you are the dream when people grow up want to be. Do you have any weaknesses? Do you have any struggles? Are you even a person, or you a robot?
But Headmaster, I am far from perfect, very far away from it, definitely. I remember recently I met someone and they said, but Majo, you seem like you've gotten everything on a silver plate. I'm like, no way. And I remember, and that is why usually I keep sharing my story, because when she was asking me, I shared my journey of how I started on my financial journey, the savings and everything. And when I told her one of the things I used to do back then at campus, she was like, no way. I used to be at campus and I don't know if anyone has heard about Natete Park. Headmaster, Natete Park or Jimanyo, you only know Kololo and Lugogo and those things. Where is Natete?
But I stay in Nankuwadde. I stay in Nankuwadde. So really, give me credit.
Yeah. Yes. So during campus, I was working in Natete Park. Ngantambuza mmere. Like I was already at campus doing my degree, but ngatambuza mmere ngogende wa tax nombuza sebo n'olya kirero ndete kyennyanja ndete kino at campus. And some people are like, what, you did that? And I remember even when I was doing that, even people would look at me and wonder, people in the park say, oh, no, mwana akola ki wano. But what that did for me is it taught me more about finances. It taught me the resilience that you see now. I learned all those things. And that's why I tell people, every season you're going through will teach you something. So do not look at it as a challenge, because then I needed money to survive at university. And I knew that my parents had my little siblings and all of that. So I had to make money somehow. So I would go around Nokwata Tray from the Natete Park to Natete Ebitala, for those that know where Natete is. But Usually when we look at people, we just look at the end result. But let me tell you, no one started here. Everyone has a journey. Everyone has a story. During campus days, because I was sleeping in hall, Chambogo in hall. And I knew that people then do not like to eat the food at hall and all of that. I started that business of making chips. Ngansika chips zange, nenkutela keji, no sasula. At campus, I was doing all these things here and there because I needed to get money, to make the money. And that is when the journey started. I got my piggy bank, Ngansulamu, but the only challenge is I didn't have the bigger dream. So I would save money in my piggy bank, then break it and eat it, party, like celebrate this saving. So do I have flaws? Definitely. Am I working on getting better? Yes. I also get to a point, sometimes like you have the money, you have to give the percentages, do it, put it here, invest it here, and then you use it for something else. And I look at myself and say, Majo, is that what you want the people to emulate, the people that are looking up to you, the people you're mentoring and things like that? So I also have fallbacks here and there, but it's about understanding the season and saying, yes, I'm not perfect, but how can I get better? Yes, no one is perfect out there. But if someone is willing to work on their journey to be a better person, then we are all on the journey. Yeah.
Rachel here remembers you were decamates. She remembers you moving
Ngagula
around.
chips.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, thank you, Marjorie. Thank you. I have just to give you a little bit of. I said I have shared, I think, twice or thrice a stage with Majo, and she was, where they say upcoming artists are the curtain raisers. I would be the curtain raiser. Then curtain raising for the. Then Majo comes and says, "The artist has come." So I've experienced firsthand. I've gotten testimonies from the audiences you have. You have worked with, but also from my own experience of when you hunted me down and just to show me what you were up to. For me, I always get, it's like now I take it as it has now become my problem. When I see someone is doing something and it's in my field, it now becomes my burden. What else can they do? How can they do it better? When people call, I am there blowing for you as if even some things I even don't. Did you see that event?
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't be there, but I have seen that myself, and I really, really, really know that you're on a trajectory that people should aspire to. All the UFLA members here will definitely can emulate or even do better. I think you have no hesitation, or you have no you don't have any reservations on people doing better than you. If you're an UFLA and they are doing better than you.
Definitely.
What's your view about competition in this industry? Do you think we should pick our small our part and then keep it as top secret and work with it, or it's an open secret, it's open sharing? What's your opinion?
Thank you so much.
In this particular industry? How should we work together?
All right, thank you so much. And thank you for bringing that up, because people ask me that a lot. We should, in this space, like I said, it's still a virgin ground. There is opportunity for all of us to thrive. As financial literacy trainers, we should look at ourselves as partners. We need to collaborate more than compete, because it is better for you to be part of the bigger pie. You know how you have the bigger pie and you have maybe a part of that, instead of you owning the entire small pie. Yeah. So we need to look at ourselves as partners and collaborators. Recently, you mentioned the Shirais event that we had. I did that with a fellow financial literacy coach. She's also a finance coach. And people are asking me, but this person is like literally your competitor, like you guys do the same thing. And I said, because in this world, in our world, it is collaboration over competition. Let me tell you, there are so many people out there that even when we are sharing the same information, because what is in financial literacy? We all know the 8 modules. Maybe it's about saving, it's about income streams, it's about loans, it's about investment, it's about retirement, it's about, we all have these topics. But that doesn't mean that the other person doing the same thing is your competition. No, we have the same opportunities, we have enough room. Do you know why? And usually I tell people, even in the financial literacy space, specialize. I usually have events for financial literacy, but I partner with other coaches. I say, for me, I'll come in and do this part. For you, because I know you're good at investments, come and do investments. Even under investments, I have a friend here on the Uganda Financial Literacy Association, Elijah. I hosted him on one of the UFLA sessions. And I know that he is so good when it comes to bonds and bills and things like that. Any client that comes to me and they need a session on that, I never do a session on bonds. I never do a session on bills, even when I know a bit about it, because I know he is better when it comes to that. I have friends in UFLA that I know that if anyone asks me real estate, this is the person to go to. If anyone asks me unit trust, this is the person to go to. So even in this space, we can partner. I usually host events and bring other coaches to handle different topics. I know there are people that are better when it comes to loan management. As a coach or as a facilitator, I know all the topics, but there are people that are better in the different topics. So if we look at ourselves like that and you niche down in your financial literacy space and you say, for me, I'm going to position myself as an investments expert. You learn everything investment. That when someone calls you for loans, you say, okay, let me recommend this person. And because usually the spaces they call me for, when I recommend someone, they take that person. Why? Because they know I'm credible. So whoever I'm sending to them will do an excellent job. So you as a facilitator, you should also grow yourself to a point where people can easily refer you. Some people say, oh, for us, we have no opportunities and things like that. Position yourself for people to be able to notice you, to recognize you and give you these opportunities. And when you get that opportunity, like I say, do your best. Give it your best, because it's from that, the feedback that they give the person that sent you is like, oh my God, we enjoyed the session. That is already you opening your door to more opportunities. But when we recommend you somewhere, then you go and we get feedback of, oh, we didn't get value. Maybe this person was this and the other. Then you've closed your door. So we shouldn't look at ourselves as competition. The world is huge. Already Uganda alone is 40+ million. But that should not scare you that, oh my God, we have so many facilitators. No, I can be a very great, maybe financial literacy trainer here, but then they take me to Yumbe and people won't relate to what I'm saying. There could be a financial literacy trainer who knows their language, that will speak their language and they even laugh and fall down. So you are all gifted differently. Learn all that topics, but also niche down. Which one are you inclined to more? That whenever we think about that, we think about you. The platform is getting bigger. I remember when we joined UFLA, we were fewer members. Now the platform is big. How are you going to stand out? When they post something, at least comment, say something, at least come and clap. Usually see me, at least I come with my emojis, I do something. That is visibility. That is visibility. But when they put you on the platform, say, how many? 200+? That's 3. Okay, let me go to Kamoli and keep quiet. You're losing out. So it's about visibility. You will not say, oh, but every time it's this person getting the opportunity, because they are positioning themselves as the people that are available and the experts in that field. So let's not look at ourselves as competition. The opportunities are so many, so many. So look out for people doing the same. Partner, collaborate. For example, even with Unravel, now we do different companies, or we are even into bidding. Imagine they call us to do a training and they need maybe 50 facilitators. I cannot do that job alone. I need to call on other people. So that is the mindset we need to have as financial literacy trainers. It is a growth mindset, asking yourself, okay, how can we do more together? But if you're fixed, they call you somewhere, you want to go alone and handle all the topics by yourself, you are straining yourself. You are actually not maybe going to perform well, because we are all human beings. The energy may drain a bit. But if you get this opportunity, maybe it's a full day training, you say, I'll do this topic. Let me call this person to handle this topic. Let me call this person to handle this. You are giving, you're even giving more value. I'll give an example from just today. If you follow my status, you'll see we had the Britam session today. They called me to do the session alone. It was financial literacy and some other things about branding. I called, even when they called me, I went with like 4 other trainers. I called someone, I said, yes, I can talk personal branding, but can't do that. Yes, I'm perfect when it comes to career, but can't do that. I had 4 trainers with me. I do vision boards a lot. People know me for vision boarding. Set your financial goals, break them down, put an image. I do those things. They wanted a vision board session. I was in the room, but I got someone else to do that vision board session. So have a mindset of growth. Have a mindset of we can all win. Let's get a bigger pie. And from that session, now they want a more long-term session that, okay, can we have like something every month? Now imagine if I had gone alone, maybe they wouldn't even think like that. But now that they know Unravel has a bigger team, they can trust us with more work. Yes. So it is very important. I say, someone is saying collaboration is the new currency. Dr. Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
this is
Dr.
my
Rachel
Dr. Rachel
Sefton.
Senyondo Musima, my friend. Yes, my sister. We were at Britam together. Now, let me share this story if you let me, Dr. Rachel. She works with Prudential, but today we were at Britam sharing. She would say, for me, I'm Prudential. Britam is my competition. She was in the room. She shared, and the ladies were like, wow, I need to do better when it comes to my career. So let's put away this small thinking of competition, because we can do much more when we get together. We can be a powerful force. As UFLA, we can go and start talking to the government to how can we help change mindsets of people when it comes to financial literacy. Like we can have a countrywide tour because we have so many facilitators. But imagine you go in alone. You cannot get that job. Or even if they give it to you, you cannot implement. So thank you so much, Dr. Rachel, my dear sister and friend, for coming through today. And yes, dear facilitators, collaboration is the new currency. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. David Mugisha. I want to call up he's my co-host, and he's actually the brains behind this whole program. For me, my basic role here is to take credit, but he's the brains behind this whole program. David, do you have any question for Majo before we open up? Want to use our last 15 minutes in a Q&A session. David, anything you would want to ask?
Well, there is not much. The one thing that got my attention was the National Financial Literacy Trainer Council for America, because I've been following up their websites and also getting some content from them and trying to relate it with what we have here in Uganda. Maybe the question would be, how has that content from that association been helpful in the context of Uganda?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. And I actually tell trainers or coaches in everything, or anyone doing anything out there, even when you're a coach, never stop learning. I mentioned that. Read books about finances. I have books here that I read about finances, either dealing with debt or the straightforward financial growth, secrets of a million. Like, keep reading, keep learning. Now, when I did the National Financial Educators Council, there are topics, but you find that they're the same topics that we handle here, but it's just the way they explain them because they are suited for people in the US. So whenever you meet content that is from someone who is out of Africa or who is not in Uganda, just find ways of relating it here because it's the same concept, but localize the concept, the content, and that is very important. That do not come and then you're talking about we are in a financial literacy session, maybe to Masaka or what to anywhere. Even if we are in Kampala, you're talking Wall Street, you're talking all these big terms, we shall not get them. You come, talk to yourself, and leave. So even when you get this good content out there, try to find out which examples can I use that people will relate with. How can I break down this language? Because some of them use the big words, the big jargons, but break it down as much as possible. Make it relatable. Bring it closer to home. Talk about things they understand. If it's January, talk about the school fees stress. Talk about things like that. How can they plan for fees? How can they plan for this? Like, talk about things that are relatable. So you can do all those courses out there. You can read the books. You can do anything. It could be whatever it is. Maybe watch a video from a coach in the US, but then ask yourself, okay, how can I relate what this person is saying to our Uganda context? And yeah, that will help. So keep watching those other people's videos because then you are broadening your perspective when it comes to money or finances, or you're widening your mind or the things that you know, your knowledge. But then ask yourself, how do I then share it? And then also keep sharing. Like I talked about the visibility. Whatever you know about finances, sit and start recording. How will people know that you do what you do? You may be too good at it, but when you keep quiet, we shall not know. Okay, most of the people that that know me now or that have invited me for different opportunities is because either they saw my video either on YouTube or TikTok, or they've seen Instagram or LinkedIn. Social media is a tool that is here to support us, even as trainers. It is here to support us to broaden our audience, to broaden our opportunities. So how are you using it? And do not wait to be perfect. That's another thing that usually scares us off. We have what you call the imposter syndrome. You're like, and I had it as well when I was starting. I'm like, how can I teach people about finances? Yet I'm also still struggling. So that happened for me a lot as well. But I told myself, you know what, keep sharing the little things that you're learning, the little things that you're implementing. If you're saying you're saving 20%, come and say, hi guys, you know what, I've been struggling with saving, but now I learned this thing and I'm trying it out, saving 20% of all the money I get. That's it. Just share what you know. You don't have to come with all the hard things. You read a book somewhere and you're bringing those hard words. No. Read it, implement it, and then share in a very simple language. So is it good to take the courses, read all these things? Yes. But then after, break it down to content that is relatable. I hope that helps, David.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Now we are getting into the time of action, and I am going to, there's something I'm going to throw on you, but I hope you are gracious enough to take it. But before we get to that, I just want you to expound on your own personal philosophy when it comes to finances in about 2 or 3 minutes, because I want to open up something and give an opportunity for persons to partake of your, to partake on your actions, but just share with us what's that philosophy, that personal philosophy that you work with, that someone say, for me, I am moving forward. For me, I'll say, City Alos, what is your personal philosophy?
So mine, I'm always big on mindset, like having a positive, open mindset. Like everything is mindset. I tell people money is a mindset. If the money has not hit your mind, it cannot hit your pockets. So I'm always eager to surround myself with people that are going to help me dream even bigger, to read books that are going to help me think even bigger, because everything starts in the mind. Everything you see out there started in the mind, someone's mind. Thought, okay, people need to sit, let's make chairs. Okay, this and the other. Money as well, the currency started in someone's mind. Okay, we need to exchange. What should we do? So everything for me is the mindset. So having the right people around you to help you change your mind, to help you get to the next level, and learning continuously, being in student mode every single time. Like I said, even as a trainer, when you go to train and people are maybe interacting, asking questions, that's an opportunity for you to learn as well. And also, it is okay not to know everything. It is okay, because sometimes we put ourselves on, oh my God, I need to know everything to the T. No, it is okay. So, and it's okay to, when someone asks and you put it back to the crowd and say, aha, so what do you think? Who can share an experience on this? Things like that. So I'm big on mindset, because everything, even finances, if you believe you cannot be wealthy, you cannot. One of the books that I read and changed my mindset is that Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, that your money, the money that you're supposed to make, or the wealth that you want to make, is tied in your mind. If the mind is still fixed, you cannot make it. And if you still have a fixed mindset with that negative belief or whatever it is, and then you are a trainer, then that's catastrophic for the people you're training, because then how are you helping them move from one level to another? So as trainers, first work on you, work on your mindset. But as you do not wait to start. Start as you're getting better. Share with others whatever you're learning, implement, and then keep going. Do not wait to be perfect. I don't believe in being perfect, because then that brings the procrastination. You never start, but start and then keep getting better. So for me, I'm big on mindset, continuous learning, and having the right people around me to help me get to the next level.
So we are getting to that point of sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any of you has a question. You could just, for Majo, just put up your hand, or put in the what do they call it? That chat thing. Yes, that chat box, something, that one, that webinar chat, or the Q&A. Is there a Q&A? Yeah, there's a Q&A. Yeah, there's also a Q&A. Nshuti,
There is one question.
To begin my questions, these are your questions from Shooty. What would you, I think you can read them yourself, Majo. Can you find that Q&A thing? Please read them.
Oh, I've
and
seen.
answer those.
Okay. Okay, I see the questions.
Number 3, you're supposed to be mine, eh? That is, me, I was going to ask you in 10 years. So amend that to 10 years.
Yes, I'll answer the 10 years as well. Okay, so the first question is, what would you say is the most challenge that you face now as a trainer, and how are you dealing with it? One thing that was one of the challenges when I was starting, but it still comes back, like I said, is the imposter syndrome. Sometimes I'm in spaces speaking to people that are way ahead of me, like way ahead of me. And usually when you get to those rooms, sometimes you first look at you, you're a young girl, you're speaking to people that have done these things for a while. So usually we get that, I get that a lot, that people, when they look at you, they're like, okay, what is this young girl here to tell us? And because I'm doing more again still of the corporate session or the corporate world, people look at you and like, okay, who is this person? What have they studied? What do they know? And things like that. But then, so that tends to, that like, you see the attitude, you can read the attitude on people's faces when you start. But thankfully, when you start sharing, eventually they're like, oh, okay. After that session, they're like, oh, can we have your number? Oh my God, that was so good. Can you come back and do that? So one of the challenges that we are facing is the one that comes from within is the imposter syndrome. You think, do I even deserve to be here? Like, am I even saying the right things? Like when people see that I don't have enough knowledge about this. So that has been a major one that I'm still working on. But the beauty is, like I said, give the value. Give the value. Eventually people realize, okay, this person is actually good at what they are doing. And then maybe another challenge is people have not yet fully embraced the field or the industry of coaches, of trainers, that these are people that are doing work professionally and they have to be paid. So there are people that still think, oh, that's a service. You remember how we used to have counselors a lot, and someone would just go to someone, cry out all their issues, and then go home. Yes, we have friends that we reach out and do that. But now, even as a coach, people think you are a counselor. Yes, we do counseling work, but people want to come to you maybe for a one-to-one or invite you for a session, and that should be a service that you're giving back freely. So that's also another challenge, that people are not yet fully willing to pay for these services. But I'm glad that they're starting now to open up, especially when you show the value that you give, that you offer. And then, how would you describe the constant learning journey for you as a trainer? Like I said, we should always be on this journey. Now, I always challenge myself as well, even as a finance coach, to read books on finances all the time. Read books on finances and attend events on finances. Some of you think, oh, me, I'm a money coach, I can't attend any other session on finances. I know it all. No. I also see events where someone has said, oh, we have a financial literacy session. They even have their trainers. I pay and go sit in the room to learn. So we need to always have that mindset of learning, because the more you learn, the better you become. And as trainers, whatever you learn, make sure you implement and then teach someone, because the teacher learns most. So learn as much as possible, but also share as much as possible. They'll not all be paid platforms. Start from where you are. Get a group of people. Speak to them. How this journey started, some of the people here are from the 5 a.m. club. So there we share every day. Wake up at 5 a.m. We share, either we are reading a book together, or it's personal growth, or it's a finance Friday. We are sharing tips. That has been like my practicing ground. Every morning I'm sharing. And like they say, that teacher learns the most. So whatever you're learning, make sure you are sharing as well. So have a plan for your growth. One of the leadership coaches I love and follow is John Maxwell. And in one of the books, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, he talks about growth is not automatic. Growth should be planned. Your growth should be intentional. So say at least every month, I'll read one book on finances. If it's not a book, there are podcasts. Listen to other trainers. What are they talking about? How are they doing it? That's how you get better. And then number 3, where do you see Margarine in 5 years' time? And then Headmaster added 10 years. Now, one of the things that I usually talk about passionately is the vision board. I have my vision board of where I want to be 10 years. And I usually tell people 5 minutes, oh my God, you inspire me, you've done this. And I always remind myself that, Majo, you have not even started. Don't let this small achievement deter you. Am I grateful? 100%. So you should always learn to be grateful, but also learn to get to the next level. So one of the things that I want to achieve, and I had thought about that, but when that list came out of the top 45 people in finance, it's on my Instagram, like I said, go check it out, Marjorie Natambi. On that list, we had people that are in the Wall Street, and one of the people that I had been following before is a gentleman called Ramit. He has a finance show on Netflix. One of the goals I have is to have a finance show on Netflix. Mark my words, UFLA people. Say that maybe 2 years or 3 years or 5, when you see me, that girl told us, we thought she was joking. So the thing I'm doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, is not to stop here. I've started in Uganda, but I'm not stopping here. I've been honored to be recognized on different platforms in Nigeria. I don't know if you can see it. It's up here. This award is 40 CEOs under 40. It's from a Nigerian company. But how do they recognize this work? Social media. They see the work you're doing, because no one is going to come to Uganda and search for you. So where I see myself 5 years or 10 years from now is impacting many more people than just Uganda. At Unravel, we always share with them that our short-term goal is Unravel Africa. That could be the 5-year plan. On my vision board, I have the Unravel offices in Africa, in Dubai. Why? Because I want us to impact Africa and Middle East. That is the 5-year plan. 10 years from now, or maybe 20 plus, or the long-term vision is to have our offices in California. That is in the US. That means we are impacting globally. Why am I sharing that? To open your mind, like open your mind from just, oh, I stay here in Nansana, I have to impact Nansana people and I'm okay. No, impact those ones, perfect, move on, spread your wings. Let me tell you, whatever you believe is what you become, is what you achieve. So they said dreaming is free. Why not dream big? And when you have a vision like that, the way you do things will change. The way you brand yourself will change. The way you're maybe putting out content will change, because you're not just looking at here. We are starting in Uganda. We are impacting lives in Uganda, but we have to impact even more. So open your mind to see all these possibilities. Yeah. And also one of the other things I want to do is having these financial literacy big events Africa-wide. Like we have Uganda, then you go to Nigeria, you go to this country, and you're teaching finances. Yeah, so open your mind, like just dream. It's possible. And if we can all rise and dream big and we do all this, we can shake the nation. They say, financial literacy is another thing. And we can even advocate for it to be added on the curriculum, because we see how we are struggling since we didn't learn money. We are growing up. But when we get together, we can even advocate. We go to Ministry of Education and tell them, you know what, this should be one of the subjects kids are studying. You can advocate when you are together, and that will cause a greater impact than you going alone. So for us at Unravel, we are open to collaborations, open to partnerships, and we can get these things done. What is your analysis on financial literacy in Uganda? Like I said, it's still a virgin ground. People are just getting to learn about these things. So, which is an opportunity for us, that so many people don't know this. Even the people that we assume know what to do with money, some are still struggling. So let's keep learning, let's keep sharing, and the opportunities are endless, really. Do I go and read the
I'm going
next?
to cut you through. First, that one you'll share it last. Let me give an opportunity to Mr. Mukwezi Vincent to just ask. That's going to be the last question. Then you will. I have a small exercise we need to do, but I need to fit within the time, and we are left with about 5 minutes. Yes, Mr. Mukwezi. Yes, disappeared.
Good evening,
yes.
for members who have just joined. First of all, let me thank Madam Majo, Coach Majo, for the great work and for the beautiful insights you have shared with us. I've been following you on social media handles, but now I've gotten the chance to talk to you live. One of the questions I have that I have been wanting to ask is that I have chosen to take my professional career as financial literacy or as a financial literacy trainer, and I have been wanting to know what are those professional courses that I can take or study at an early age, maybe to shape more the profession or to shape the career very well. Because currently I'm doing Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance. So now I'm like, after doing that, what are those professional courses as in relation to financial literacy I can do to make the profession very good? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vincent. Majo, you're going to answer that, but under 1 minute plus which books. Then we are going to do our last bit. Then I will ask,
right.
I see Newbold here. Newbold, you're going to give the closing remarks and a vote of thanks to Majo at exactly 14 minutes past. So please prepare yourself. Yes, please.
All right, so the courses, like you said, you're already doing that bachelor's in finance. So what you need to do is when you are done with school, what you need to do right now, and the beauty with our generation is we are living in an era where content is out there, that even before you do that professional course, there are things you can learn. Go to YouTube, find out, watch videos on finances, get one video, learn, take your notes from it, implement it, and start sharing with your peers at school. You don't need to start at the big stage. So do that in the meantime. Then you can do the BOU maybe eventually, but start there. There are things you can learn, about finances, even on your social media, on YouTube, and all of that. Books about finances. One of the books that I love a lot about finances from a Ugandan author is Straightforward Financial Growth by Moses Mukisa. He's the lead pastor at Worship Harvest. Some of the tips that I usually share about finances, I learned from that book. When I say save 20%, plan your 10% for giving to people, plan this for this, I learned those from that. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The information is already out there. Learn it, implement it, share it. And then Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, powerful book when it comes to finances. The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, definitely that should be one of the books, and so many other books. I can have a list, maybe I can share in the group after. Yeah.
Okay, so Majo, sharing is caring. I want you to give me a criteria. I want from this about 16, 17, about 18 persons who are in this group. I want 2 of them to give an opportunity, 2 of them to hand an assignment alongside with you. Share a stage. When you have an assignment, you give them an opportunity to just share alongside with you. It could be in terms of delivery of content, or even just lifting bags and everything, but share that assignment with you. I don't know, what criteria would you want to use to pick 2? You don't have to do it now, but you could tell us this is what they have to do. This send with us, and then you pick 2. What we'll do at NSSF, we will pick up the bill for their tagging along with you. We will actually pick up that bill. You don't have to pick from your assignment, but as NSSF financial literacy, Jackie here, I hope she will allow me, but I think she will allow me. We'll pick up that bill for 2 assignments, for 2 people. It could be the same assignment or 2 different assignments, but we'll do that. So what are those things that you would want them to do to qualify to tag with you, so that we can learn from each other, and then we can call this an evening.
Okay. So that means when I give the criteria, they'll get in touch with you, and then you check if they're doing that.
I don't know. This is just off head. We can do it. They can get in touch with you. They can get in touch with UFLA Secretariat. But bottom line is, they have to come from the people who have attended here. Then 2, they have to be able to tag to just share an assignment with you, see you work, just to have that whole feeling, because it's iron sharpening iron. Not that they don't know, but because we are sharpening each other. But because we also don't want this to be a burden to you, as NSSF, I know Jackie here will be kind enough to give me a budget to just take care of them while they serve under you. So what would you
Okay.
want them to do? What are you going to give a test? Are you going, what is it? Yes.
So what I would say is it should be a girl and a boy. Not okay, we are adults, a gentleman and a lady. And they should have at least put out a video about financial literacy. Simply that on their socials. Yeah. Because, for someone to hold your hand, they need to see the passion. They need to see that you're already on the journey doing something. You're not there yet, but at least you're trying something here and there. So at least they've put out a video. And now that means in the past at least 1 month. So don't go and make the video today. Okay, you can, maybe you'll be lucky. But yeah, in the past 1 month. So maybe
So
a video
let's stretch it
or Feb. Yes.
Let's be generous. We can give them between the last 1 month up to end of this, from 1st March to 31st March. So
okay, so they can make the
ladies
video.
and gentlemen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard and have that video. Submit. You can submit to David Mugisha. He's on the UFLA page, and then we will go through that whole bit of picking 2 of you to just share this assignment so that you can tag along and work together with and it will be a paid assignment. Don't worry, you're not going to volunteer. But as the Financial Literacy Association, we feel like this is the way we need to handle each other. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to this round table. Thank you so much, Majo, for honoring us being our first guest. We are looking forward to the next one in April. David is working out on who. This time I think there should be 2 because then the interest has been high. Thank you so much for sparing time. This is something we shall do, whether it is for 4 people, 5 people. For us, we believe the quorum is where 2 or 3 gather. We can definitely go on. Allow me to invite Olivia to just share a vote of thanks and close the meeting.
All right, thank you, Apollo. I thank you so much, Majo. I'm privileged to give these closing remarks, and I'm privileged that I was on call today. Actually, I have met you before. I think you did a financial literacy for my team at Fairway Hotel, and I just remember a very, very, very colorful presentation that you shared with me.
Yes, I remember.
It was pink. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was awesome. I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I've never seen a pink presentation, but it was looking so good. And I remember you did a great job. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember you did a great job at Fairway Hotel. So thank you so much. Mr. Headmaster always says that I participate in every training and everything. I had a little bit reduced. So today I saw this, I was like, and I'm so happy that I came on the call, and you are the one who's there looking so beautiful and presenting to us. So I would like to really thank you so much for that. I just learned a few things: be teachable, be humble. And one thing I've picked, sometimes you're going to the crowd to teach, but they are richer than you, and then you're busy showing off. So thank you for reminding us that we should remain grounded, no matter how much you know about bonds and treasury bills. Be humble, because you get that one person who will blow you. So, and then another thing I've learned from you to share information, really, and then another one to be available. I'd like to just share this. I know Mr. Headmaster does not remember. One thing that I've availed to my people is, to everyone I meet, is that I'm available. So I remember Mr. Headmaster ushering me in the outside world of training after I got the BOU certificate, and I was not bold about talking about money. Then he calls me and tells me, Olivia, I want to give you a gig. And the gig he gave me was with Rotaract. But I want to tell you that Rotaract gig, he doesn't know this. I'm just giving him away. It opened doors for me. And I must have done more than 15 financial literacy trainings right now. He doesn't know this, because he'll start saying he's sending me a check. Mr. Headmaster, please don't say those things. So please, I want to say that
send that check, please.
Be available, be bold. The first gig might not go as you plan, but learn lessons, take note, get feedback from what, by the way, for your information, Mr. Headmaster, I've gone there twice in that Rotaract Kololo, which you sent me. They called me back. That means they were happy. So thank you so much for that, those insights of reminder that we need to be teachable. We need to be available for opportunities because they are always there, not to be selfish because we are so many, but also the opportunities are double. And then in the audience, there will always be that controversial person. I recently got a lady who challenged me when I was doing an FL training, but I remember I was shocked on how to handle it. I didn't know how to handle it. But one thing I picked from your talk, Majo, is that you can always throw it back to them. I created a solution for myself from your talk. You throw it back to them and let the colleagues decide. There will always be that controversial person that will challenge you and show you as if you don't know anything and reduce you to nothing. So thank you so much for those tricks that you've given us. And I see the passion. I was awestruck when I was listening to you and watching you looking so beautiful with those kind words. And thank you for really sparing time to teach us. That's the young ones, the
Olivia, thank
babies.
you.
So, you want me to stop here?
Yes, you are. We're going to spend
Okay,
another minute,
let
but
me
allow me
stop
to
here,
just
Mr.
invite
Headmaster.
Daniel.
All right. Thank you so much,
Daniel,
Majo.
our
Blessings
chairperson.
to you. Thank you
Just
for
say,
sharing
just
your
say
Thank
knowledge.
you,
bye.
Thank you. Have a good
Olivia.
evening. Mr.
Thank
Headmaster, you're
you.
not nice.
I know.
Daniel, do you
Thank
have
you.
something to add before we close?
No,
I don't think he has.
hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you hear me? I just
Yes, please, go
want
on,
to
go on,
thank
yes.
you. I want to thank you, Apollo, for driving this initiative together with David. I want to thank Majo for the wonderful insights. I mean, everything has been said and done, and really this speaks to what we agreed as the leadership of the association. We want to make up our trainers professionals and consultants at that. So it is something that should be giving value to you first as a trainer. If this training is not helping you, is not improving you, evidently, and your family, then you don't qualify to do the training elsewhere. So first with you, then within the communities you're operating in, and I can guarantee you the market outside is huge. Majo mentioned about collabos, that's the way to go. We have a challenge with our trainers, the attitude is still lacking. Guys are not as aggressively coming on board and availing themselves. So we are now struggling with meeting the demand in the market, but hopefully as the days go on and with these sessions, Apple, that you and David have started, we think our trainers will be up to the task and we'll be able to create the change we want to be. There is no better profession today than being a financial literacy coach, because all our problems surround money, including our spiritual problems. So guys, embrace this, take it personal, be proud of it, and grow yourselves. You will consult till you leave this world if you want. So thank you very much, members who have attended. Majo, wonderful presentation. Apollo, well moderated, and everyone who has been a part of this. We hope you enjoy the association, and those who have not, I mean, let's build it together for the next generation, for our nation. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Chairman. And we will meet again come April, last week of April. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good night too.
Thank you so much.